Well, I sometimes I'll wear glasses when I'm reading, but for the most part, I don't have to wear glasses.
Yeah, God bless. That's awesome.
Well, thank you. Well, listen, Lou, again, welcome to Domino Theory and Strategy. And all the years I've been doing this class, I've never had one single person say, "Hey, man, I just not quite what I expected. I want my money back," or anything like that. So, I don't expect you to be any different. And because of your willingness to learn and your zeal for this, I'm going to try to just make it extra special fun for you.
I
And
appreciate it.
I want you to start thinking right now about the World Championship Domino Tournament in Andalusia, Alabama in July. And I want you
When in
to,
July? My son's got a baseball tournament in South Carolina in July, but first week of July. How about when is the
how about the second week of July? July, you would need to leave New York on the 10th of July. Well, yeah,
yeah,
you probably,
I
yeah,
can
it's
make that
the,
happen. I can make that
okay.
happen.
Well,
Are you gonna go?
oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to actually do a tournament down there on that Thursday, but the World Championship is not until that Friday and that Saturday. They have the one-on-one on Fridays, then they have the doubles on Saturday. I got to figure out how to get you ready for both of these tournaments.
That'd be great.
It
That'd be
is so
great.
much fun. So we're going to focus on the one-on-one for the time being, and then after that,
Sure.
maybe we can spend some time on doubles. But
Sounds great.
I think you may be a fast learner. I was impressed by the research that you already done, and you probably did a good job of researching me as well. So I was impressed with the research that you had done, and I think you're going to be a fast learner. Okay.
I'm excited. I really am excited. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm a games guy. I've been playing games my whole life. Gin
Okay.
rummy and poker and chess and checkers. I love backgammon. I love all those games.
Okay. Well, I want you to forget all those games
Yes.
now. Uh,
Forgotten. Out.
just dominoes.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes,
be,
sir.
before we go any farther, I need to tell you this story so you'll have an idea about me and Domino, something that you don't know,
Sure.
and that is I told you to remind me the next time we talk,
About
uh,
your other woman.
the other woman.
Yeah.
Got married in 1975, and my wife told me, I don't know, maybe we've been probably about 20 years later. She said, you know, Domino's is the other woman in our marriage.
Oh my God.
And I said, well, honey, we got married in 1975, and I started playing dominoes in 1962.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So doesn't that make you the other woman?
She's the other woman.
And her contact name on my phone is the other woman.
Oh, that's so cute. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's awesome.
But listen to this. To go along with that story is I left my phone at the post office one day, and I got home. I couldn't find my phone. I said, honey, I need you to call my phone. So she calls my phone. The ladies at the post office answer, and it comes up as the other woman.
That's that is excellent. That is so great.
So
That is great.
when I went to pick up my phone at the post office, I had some explaining to do. So they knew me pretty well there.
That's so
I
funny.
was living in Naperville at the time. It's a pretty small town. And one other time I had some business people in the car, and my car, my phone's sitting up front there. Wife calls and shows up big and bold, the other woman. These guys got real quiet. They got, and then I explained after I got off the phone, I explained to them what happened, and
That's
they said,
so
"Oh,
funny.
they said we were disappointed. We kind of thought we were going to have some good stuff to take
Something
back to the
juicy.
office."
Yeah. That's
So
excellent.
that's me and Dominoes, and my probably going to be my fourth book, maybe the fourth or fifth book, and I'm actually three books in already, two on Dominoes, but the next I'm working on a book right now that's going to come out this summer about playing doubles in dominoes.
Oh,
But
cool.
another book that I'm going to write is just talk about some of my experience in dominoes over the years what I've experienced since 19, well, actually, basically since about 1970, I guess. No, 1969,
So
really.
So that's going to be more of like a road book. Your experiences with
Yeah,
Domino
just talk about
class.
my experience and some of the things that have happened to me over the years.
That's it.
Like
That's
when
going to
I,
be interesting. That's going to
well,
be fun to. That's going to be a fun read.
it should be a fun read, especially for people that know me. And even I'm hope. And listen, this is going to be the title of it. It's going to be Dominoes, God, and the other woman.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
and, and then
So
I'm going
you're
to
so
ask.
you're so you're religious also? Because I'm very religious.
Yeah, well, yeah, I grew up Christian. I'm a Christian, and so that's how
Uh-huh.
I grew up, and I'm still a Christian. And I consider myself to be a real practicing Christian. I
Same.
uh, I was a deacon in my church back in when I lived in Kansas City. So yeah, it was actually July 12th, 1962, that I confessed Christ as my Savior. And the cool part about that is on July 12th, 1972, that was 10 years later, I got a chance to celebrate my 10th anniversary of being a Christian in Israel. And
Oh, wow.
that was
In the
just,
Holy Land. In the Holy
yes,
Land.
in the Holy Land. As a matter of fact, I tried to walk on the water in the Sea of Galilee.
Oh, wow.
Didn't
Didn't
work.
work? It didn't work.
One of the reasons, listen, one of the reasons, and incidentally, this is just kind of something that we do, just kind of get to know each other. So this has nothing to do with our time.
Of course.
This
Oh,
is not
that's not
working.
that. Yeah.
One of the reasons that it didn't work is before I even got started to try to walk on the water, I reached down to roll of my pants leg. So what was that? That was a lack of faith to start with. So it was not
Lack
going
of
to
faith.
work.
Lack of faith. Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Talking,
So
are you a baseball fan?
I grew up in well, my most of my adult life was in Kansas City, where we had, of course, the Kansas City Royals, and
Uh-huh.
there's some very good years. I used to have season tickets, so yes, I'm a big
Oh, so you're
baseball
a
fan.
baseball fan. So I'm
But
going to tell you,
I'm more of a football fan than a baseball fan.
I'm a big we're a sports family, so we love all sports. The reason why I asked you about baseball is because since you're a Christian, you might appreciate this, talking about the Sea of Galilee. So the Yankees for a lot of years had a policy of
I know,
no beards, and no long hair.
and no
Uh,
name on the back, and no name on the back, right?
and no name on the back,
Is that
exactly.
still? But isn't that still their policy?
They still, I think they have no name on the back, but now they just loosened the require. They're allowing short beards as of this year. So
Okay.
there's a funny story. Back in the 1970s, Lou Piniella went up to George Steinbrenner and he said, George, how come he goes, how come we can't have long hair and facial hair and Jesus Christ had this was in spring training, and Jesus Christ had a beard and long hair. So he goes, Lou, you know what? You see that lake over there? If you could go out to that lake and walk on it, you can have long hair and you can have long hair and a beard. But until then, no long hairs and beards for you. So that's
And
pretty
so
funny. Yeah.
that question did not come up anymore, did it?
And that question did not come up anymore. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So
these videos are private, so no one get a chance to look at these. I'll send them to you when it's finished.
thank you.
If you choose to share with somebody, that's fine. Occasionally, what'll happen, maybe in a video, there may be a clip that I may want to share publicly, but then I'll ask the person if I could do that before. I wouldn't do anything
Sure.
like that without doing that. And
Yeah, yeah.
let me just ask you this: if I share the little clip that we just got to talking about with that Yankee thing, would that be okay if I edit that
Yeah,
and
go ahead. Yeah,
okay,
go
all
ahead.
right. Well,
Yeah,
super.
absolutely.
Okay, great. I like
Absolutely.
that. I would love
Absolutely.
to. And it's a good testimony as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, well, listen. Uh, as you notice, one of the questions, the couple of questions that I want to talk with you about that I have on my form, and one of them is I always like to ask a person about their education. And I do that for two reasons. Primary, dominoes is one of those games that you can have a PhD and you can not be very good in dominoes. You can
Very
have a
good at
PhD
it.
in math and you not be very good in dominoes. And so, and I have seen people with zero education excel at the game, and I've seen people with PhDs excel at the game. And but sometimes it gives me an idea maybe how I can teach and how I can how fast I
Okay.
can move. And that's the purpose of that. And another question that I ask, and I don't like your answer to this question. And
Uh-oh.
it's only because the only reason I don't like your answer is because you have not been playing long enough. And that question was, have you ever gotten in trouble with your significant other spouse or significant other about playing dominoes?
And I said no,
You
right?
you said no. That
Yeah.
is not a good answer, and that answer is
Yeah.
going to change. That answer is going to change.
I hope
Okay.
so. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for
Well,
that.
that
Yes,
answer is
yes,
going to change,
yeah.
and they're going to be said. So who's this guy you spending all this time with, and why are you so interested in dominoes all of a sudden? You're going to have some questions, and I'll be
Yeah.
disappointed. I'll be disappointed if I can't get you to that level of love for the game. So
I'm sure you will. I'm looking forward to it.
look forward to it.
Excellent.
Okay, man. Well, let's jump right on into it, and I should have told you to. Most my classes are set up for an hour, but in most instances, they tend to run for longer than that. So I hope you don't have anything planned for 11:10 or 12:10.
No, no,
And
I'm good. Thank
if
you.
it's ever a situation where you need to go, or if it's ever a situation where you need to reschedule a class, it's not a problem. We can do that. Okay.
I appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you.
Um, you saw my comment where when I asked you about 10 to get on, you said that you just put an answer there because you had to. I think that's a required answer. That is one of the required answers.
Right.
And so as a result, I modified my form to give a third answer there. Did you see that where I said that
I did.
yeah,
I
so now
did.
that for people who don't know what that is, they can just say they don't know what it is. And basically a lot of people in jail play dominoes, and
Okay.
and they have what we call these jailhouse rules, and they thought counting five was just too easy, and a person should not be able to get away with just counting 5 points. So they said you have to have 10 points to get on board, and you can't mark a score until after you get 10 points, and then you can't score fives during the game. A game of five, they say you cannot score five during the game, which to me is a little ludicrous. And
That's Lou. Yeah.
so anyway, that's what that meant. And so
Okay.
we don't play like that. We all money is good. All money is good money. Okay, the term is all money ain't good money. Well, all
All
fives are good fives in our game. Okay,
okay.
all
Okay.
right.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so let me just I told you it was not necessary to do the IQ test. The fact that you only been playing a year. Uh
No, no, I've never played ever. I've never played a game of dominoes.
you have oh my goodness,
I I've
that's
never
great.
played. I downloaded the app and I played a
Mhm.
couple of games on the app and I know the mechanics of how to play, but I don't know any strategy. Like I don't know I don't I've been playing all fives. I've been playing all fives on the app. Maybe I played 3 or 4 games and I don't know how to count. I don't know what trees count and what don't. And I just when doubles go on, I don't know if both sides. I don't know anything. I don't know. I know
You
how
know
to put
what?
the dominoes down. I don't know how to count anything.
Okay. You know what? I want to share a quick video with you. It's not my video. I found this online, and I have not been able to produce one better. And so
Okay.
I want to let me just do this right quick. We'll start off by sharing this particular video with you,
Thank you. Okay.
and you'll have access to it too if you want to look at it. And incidentally, as I told you, I prefer that you don't necessarily take notes. If you do,
Okay.
take very short notes. The fact
I'm gonna put my
well, no,
pad
no.
down then.
If
That's
if
fine.
if it's something that you just want to make a note or write a question about, and I said that because you're going to get the video, so
Okay, perfect.
I really want you to kind of focus on what we're doing here, and if you can take some notes, that's okay, but I really want you to focus on what we're doing here. Let me
Okay, we'll
run.
do.
Let me. This incidentally is the first time that I actually shared this particular. I just found this video a couple of days ago. And I said, oh, this is a good video. So hold on 1 second. Let me get my screen over there so I can share it with you. Uh,
So you and your bride are married 50 years. That's excellent. God bless.
July um, July 26th will be
That
50
uh
years.
God bless. That's awesome.
It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Services like the Gutter Remodel Relief Service. As long as you own your home.
Today we're going to play Dominoes. Let's go. Hi, I'm Chris and welcome to...
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hey, can you hear the guy? Can you hear him talking?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, let me get this back on here then. Now, there's one correction I want to make in this video is we play dominoes clockwise. And here you hear him say to the right. So
Okay.
It's kind of clockwise, but we play here in this country, we play clockwise.
Clockwise. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Here we go.
Playing games. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Start your own domino effect. So there are dozens of ways to play dominoes. Today we'll go over the most standard version, and in later videos we can explore some of the other more popular variations, such as dominoes all five. So here's my domino set. Like most, it has 28 dominoes, ranging from the 00 up through the 66. The circles are known as pips. Pips can also be found on dice, and the numbered cards in card decks are also called pip cards. If you want to know more about pips, check out this video. Believe it or not, just like cards, dominoes have suits. The suits go by numbers rather than shapes, meaning there is a 0 suit, a 1 suit, a 2 suit, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 suit. I mentioned that there are 28 dominoes. Why 28? Well, in most 4-player games in dominoes, each player gets 7 dominoes. 4 times 7, 28. The object of basic dominoes is to be the first player to get 150 points, or you can set a higher or lower final number. Dominoes is a shedding game. The first player to shed all of their dominoes gets to score on that round. Points are not determined by how many dominoes you play, but rather you add up the remaining domino values in your opponent's hands, and you get to keep that score. Today we're going to set up a 2-player game. Each player is given 7 dominoes, and the remaining 14 go in a face-down pile known as the boneyard. Yes, the boneyard. Why boneyard? Well, dominoes were originally made with bones, and you put them in a yard. Basic dominoes is best played with 2 players, but you can play with 3 or 4. Just start each player with 5 dominoes instead of 7. That said, competitive street dominoes is best played with 4 players in 2 teams of 2, each player getting 7 dominoes and a bottle of Brugal. No, you're not ready for that yet. Your dominoes are only visible to you, like this. You can stand them up with ways, or advanced dominoes players can hold all 7 in their hands like a boss. Easy, right? Another thing you might remember from childhood is the player with the highest double lays down that domino first to start the first round. The highest double in a round is known as the heavy. Just be aware that this rule only applies to the very first round in most plays. The next round, the player to the right gets to lead with any domino they want. I have the heaviest of the heavies, a double 6, so I get to lead. The first double domino placed down can be played on all 4 sides. More on that in a little bit. So here's the main rule for playing dominoes. On your turn, you must play a domino from your hand or draw more dominoes from the boneyard until you can play one. In order to play, you can only lay out a domino whose pip number matches an open side of the laid out dominoes, the domino train. So now the opposite player must play a domino with a pip of 6. If they can't play any of the dominoes from their hand, then they must take a face down domino from the boneyard and keep taking more one at a time until they can make a play. Luckily, they have this one, which shows a 6 and a 5. When playing off a domino which has the same number on either end, you play off these sides initially, where the crease is. And because this is the first double played, you'll be able to play off all 4 sides. After finishing their move, play goes to the next player. Now a 6 and a 5 are showing, and I can play off either side. I'll play this domino, which has a 6 and a 3, and that'll go right here. So that means the only numbers you can play off of now are the 5 and 3, right? Actually, no. The first double played in the round can be played on all 4 sides. That means the next player can use a 3, 5, or a 6. They're going to play a double 5. Now, does that mean that this double 5 can be played on all 4 sides? Unfortunately not. Only the very first double can be played on all 4 sides. But since it's a double, it will go sideways as well. Now we continue to play until one of us sheds our final domino. If you run out of space, you can begin to turn the dominoes in a way that allows for more play. If a player cannot make a move, they must take a domino from the boneyard. And you'll continue to take dominoes one at a time until you have a domino that can be played with. Okay, here's a 3. I can make the last play, and I'm out of dominoes. I've shed all my dominoes. I have none left. So what happens next? Well, my opponent reveals their remaining dominoes. We add up all the pips, and the total becomes the winner's score for that round. The opponent gets nothing. Rounds continue like this until one player has the designated final score. Here are some other tips and rules. If a player can't make a move and the boneyard is empty, then they must pass play to the player on their right. If all the players need to pass, the round is a stalemate and no points are awarded. Set up for another round. You don't want to get stuck with heavier dominoes in your hand, so many players will choose to play their dominoes with higher values before lower valued ones. For example, I could play a 00 or a 5-6. I would want to get rid of that 5-6 first, so if I lose, I won't give those 11 points to my opponent. Rather, give them a big fat 00. Take that. One more tip, try to think ahead. I could play this 4 here, but since I don't have any more 4s, I'm setting myself up for failure. Instead, if I play the 3-5, now I'm giving myself the possibility of playing either the 5 or the 4 next round. Big brain. The best domino player is a domino player who can keep track of what numbers are in their hand and what numbers have been played. If they know they have a lot of 5s in their hand, it's unlikely that their opponent will be able to play off of 5s because they dominate the 5s. Same goes for pips you don't have in your hand. There's a reason dominoes never goes out of style. So get out your dominoes and have some fun. And I'll see you on the next one. Please comment, like, and subscribe to help this channel grow. Also help support the hard work that goes into these videos by digitally donating. You are great.
Okay, then cut that off here. I think that is a good video, but the way we play, they're just two things that are different. Let's see, stop share. So,
Yeah, that video was interesting.
yeah, and I'll send it to you too, so you can there were two things in there that the game he was playing was not all 5s. As you can see, he had the scores at the very end of the game. Well, that's fine. I mean, that's but everything else was pretty much right on in the way he said you play. But the only deal is you're trying to score points every time you play, and you're also trying to keep your opponent from scoring points every time you play. And at the end of the hand, you saw he had 24 points. When you were playing the actual style of game that he was playing, that's what you get is 24 points.
Mm-hmm.
But in our game of all 5s, it has to be every score has to be multiple of 5. So when if the 24 points was around the board, that's not a score, obviously. So what happens at the end of the hand, all scores are rounded to the nearest 5. So they would have gotten, of course, 25 in that instance.
25 in that one.
Yeah, had it been 22, then they would have gotten 20 points. So that's where that goes. And the other thing he said that well, about to the right. Well, no, we played the other direction, the clockwise direction. So, but in terms of how he kind of explained everything, I thought it was really good, and I'll probably be using that in my video, in my classes for people who are, pretty much brand new to the game. There was one other thing. Oh, the first double that is played, we call that the spinner. That's what we call it. And I'm going to send you, let me make a note of this because I'll forget. I want to send you some common domino terms that are used. And
Perfect.
in every game, every hand, common terms. So and
Mr. Newsome, does the
no,
game?
please call me. You can call me either Travis or Travis.
Okay.
About a year ago, my family since 2017 has had a meeting every Wednesday night, and that includes my sisters in Texas, my brothers and sisters in Kansas City, and then my nieces and nephews. I got a nephew in New York that lives about 30 minutes from you. And well, we meet every Wednesday night, have a great time. But I have a niece whose name is Atikwa. And I used to always mispronounce her name. And there was another niece named Janice, and I would call her Janice. So they got on me for mispronouncing their names. And they said, your name is just simple. Your name is just Travis. So, people always call you by your name, but people always mispronounce on our names. So I said, okay, I'm going to change my name. So I made my name Travis.
Travis.
And now very few will acknowledge me as Travis, but anyway, that's where that came from.
That's
so
funny.
You can call me Travis or Travis. If you
Thank you.
call me Travis, you're pretty hip, okay?
Thank you
All
very
right.
much. So,
Okay.
so
No, go
in the
ahead.
couple of games that I've played, talking about the spinner, it seems like the game has to start with a double, but then in the subsequent rounds, you can start without a double. Is that the way the game works?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There are two different styles of starting a game.
Okay.
The person who has the highest double starts. If you're playing with 4 people, well then someone's going to have the double six, so they'll start with the
Yes.
double six. But if you're playing a 2-person game, well, it's very likely that neither person has the double six. So then you go down to the double 5 or the double 4, double trade. And if no one has a double, you go to the 6-5 and the 6-4. And that doesn't happen very frequently. I'll ask my friend how frequently does. I got enough friends writing a book that deal with, mostly probabilities and statistics. I'm gonna ask them how often does it go down to the 6-5. That's one way of starting a game, the highest double. Another way of starting the game, and which is the format that we play here and that they play at Alabama, is that you would draw. Everybody who's in the game would draw a domino, and the one that has the domino with the highest number of pips on it get a chance to go first. Now get this.
Okay.
And in that case, they get a chance to play the domino they want to play. They don't have to play a double. It can be anything.
Interesting. So if you and I are playing 2-man game, we're gonna draw the highest pip goes first, then I can play whatever I want, assuming I had the highest pip count.
Right, and that's what they play in Alabama. And
Okay.
I'm going to there's that Dominoes Club website. You can play that format on Dominoes Club website. So I'll read that. It's called Rotate the Down. That's what it's called. Rotate the Down, because it'll rotate back and forth. Or in the case of you playing doubles, then it rotates all the way around the table. I'll start first, then the person to my left goes second. Next time down, and the person to my left, and then just rotates back and forth. Which I
Okay.
actually like that format. And that format is more friendly for new players,
Okay.
because you don't have to worry about trying to keep the down. The down has some value. And the fact that when you domino, you get the points out of your opponent's hand. You see why now the down has value. And
Yeah.
it gets
The
very
down meaning you go down first.
Yes, you go down
Okay.
first, which means if you go down first, then you try to be the person to domino. Since you went down first, you want to be the person to domino, so you can be awarded all those points in your opponent's hand. And see,
Right.
and that's where the fun of the game really comes in. When now you have to make a decision. Do I make a play to pass my opponent so I can get the points out of his hand? Or do I take the score right here in front of me, which has more value? And sometimes you have to make that decision, depending on what the score is in the game. You have to make that decision as to whether or not you want to take a score. You want to take this score, and certainly if it's a big score, like maybe 20 or 25 or 30, it's difficult to throw off scores that high. So if it's maybe 5 or 10 or even 15, you have to make the decision. Okay, if I domino, I'm gonna get only 10 out of this person's hand, and I'm passing this 15 count. Well, 99, depending on what the score is, in most cases, 99 out of the 100 players would pass up that count to keep the down, because that means you can go down first the next time. And that just, yeah, it's not gonna always be an ideal situation for you to have the
Okay.
doubt. But you don't want to be in one of those situations where you would like to have that, you want to be in that position where you can go
Okay.
down first. Okay.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. There are two different formats, and I'm gonna make sure I get you on the one on where you can play that format on practice that format on Game Called. And
Okay.
okay, so you did download Fly Clouds, and you know what
I did download Flyclops, yes.
and did you create a username?
I did. I'm pretty, yes, I did. I did it right after we spoke. Let me just
Okay,
Flyclops. Pretty Dominoes. I didn't write it down. Let me look at the Flyclops app. Hang on one second.
Fly Clouds app, it should come up.
It's this one right here. Yep, that's it. I got it. Yep, yep. I'm on. I'm on Flyclops. Yes.
Well, what I want you to do is I want you to log on to this Zoom with your phone.
Log on to Zoom with my phone.
Yes, because we're gonna share your screen. Your
Okay.
phone, you share your phone screen. They a few years ago they had block clubs on the web, but they don't have it there anymore, so we have to do our phone. Now, when you log on to Zoom, I want you to disable your sound.
Okay.
You disable the sound in all the places you can, and then it's gonna and when you actually get on, it'll ask you if you want to share your sound and disable that too. And that'll keep us from getting the feedback. Let me go and admit you here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So sound. Ooh,
No sound, yeah.
how do I think I took it off, right?
Yeah, sound like
There's
it. I don't hear the feedback.
You hear feedback?
No, no,
How
I
about
don't think,
now?
no, no feedback. Good. Okay. Say something. Let me make sure that you,
Travis or Travis, which one?
okay, all right, good. I don't
You
think
got
that's
it?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do is share your screen on the phone, share the screen.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Let me see.
Well, it should be at probably in the bottom in the middle of your screen. It should say, and maybe a button that says share. You have an Android, so I'm not sure of the Android, but it's there somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see
Okay, hang
something.
on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
Old Android here. Let me see if it's
Let me look it up on here.
what model of Android do you have?
Uh, I have Samsung Galaxy. So I think I found it. It says tap the share button in the meeting controls.
Yeah, right.
I don't see meeting controls.
Well, it's the stuff you see down at the bottom of your phone. You got to probably slide it over. So I'm trying to find mine. I got an old Sam. I used to use a Samsung, but it'll be
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
it.
meetings.
oh, you unmute. I think you unmuted this. So put it back on mute. I'm gonna try to log on to Zoom here to see here.
Okay. Here. Sorry about this.
No, no problem. It's not a problem at all. I'm,
Oh, here we go. Is it sharing?
yeah, share. No, but you have to, I think it says start broadcast or something like that.
Yes.
I'm trying to, let me see. I'm trying to duplicate it on my phone.
Share.
There you go. Yeah.
Is this right?
Yeah, I need you to turn off the video.
Turn off video.
Should be a button on it. And then, or just go to share, when you hit share. Oops. Lost the
Share
share.
screen.
Yeah, share screen.
I'm sorry for wasting your time with this.
No, hey, listen, hey, don't worry about it. I understand sometimes if you're not used to doing this, it's not a problem. I had a lady the other day, we spent 40 minutes trying to get her to share screen. Get her to share screen.
Nothing, right?
And I was sharing a minute ago, so whatever you did a few minutes ago, do it again.
Just watching this video. Share.
It was sharing just, yeah, it was sharing just then. And I go to, I think you're still sharing. Go to, no, it's not sharing right now. Go to the Domino app or go to another app. Let me see if it's sharing here. I don't think it is.
You see it? You see it?
I see it here, but you didn't switch to a different app. Look like you're still on the Zoom app. Just need to
Okay.
go to any other app.
I'm on the Domino app. Hang on. All right.
Okay.
This is crazy.
I don't, no, so you're not sharing anymore at this point. When you share your screen, I mean, whatever's on your, it comes up, but somehow you click off of it. Let's try that again.
All right, hang on. The sharing should be happening. Why is this not working?
Should, yeah, when you hit the share button, it should say screen, give us an option of what to share.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Okay, now okay,
Uh,
there we go. Now just go
okay.
from there, go to your Domino app.
Yes, this Travis.
Okay.
This Domino app, right? This one here?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. We're there.
Okay. Sorry it took so long.
No, it's not a problem at all. Now go to your let me see here. Oh, I just get a different phone here. Let me see here. I need you to click on the three bars up to the upper left.
Okay.
And let me see here. So you right, Lou Bell 66.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That means you were born in 66.
I was.
Click on games. Okay. What is it?
Oh, challenge, Domino and Newsome.
Yes, that's me.
Should we do that?
Yes, go. Yeah, click on that.
Okay, accept.
Then be careful whenever you get that invitation. If you don't want to play somebody, you can decline. But be careful.
Okay.
Be careful how you decline games. You might be in a tournament one day and accidentally decline.
Oh,
Okay,
no good.
so the fact that you haven't really played, but you kind of know some of the basics. Whatever I say, uh, I'm just we're talking here. Well, I just got to make sure that you're learning what you're learning, so we don't have to, go over two or three times.
Okay.
So I mean, if I talk like I'm talking to a person who's playing doubles the first time, basically. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't be offended when I reference this. This is what I tell my third graders or
No, I don't, not at all. Please feel
Okay.
free to say whatever you need to say. I don't
Okay.
get offended at all.
Okay. Well, fine. My job here is to get you to a certain level, and I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to
Okay.
do.
So
Okay.
do you play the double fives because you got to
Yes.
play a double or because you wanted to?
No. This is the beginning of the game, and with this format here, with this particular app here, the highest double goes first.
Okay.
But we will play on the other app. But every time we use the Fly Clock app, remember that the highest double goes first. So now,
Okay.
and we're gonna talk just a little bit of strategy as we go along here. So
Sounds great.
the first strategy, you seen how many at the lower at the bottom down there, it tells you how many bones in the boneyard, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Boneyard's got 14.
And you know one bone that's in the boneyard, don't you?
Yes, the
The
double
double
sixes are in the boneyard.
the double sixes in the boneyard. Good. Now,
Yeah.
believe it or not, during the entire hand, your focus is on what I have, what my opponent has. Okay, it must be in the boneyard. That's
Okay.
how you're thinking. You're thinking it has to
Okay.
be. But the thing that I want you to be utmost in your mind is, why did he play that domino? So we're gonna talk a little strategy as we go on.
Okay.
Why did he play that domino? That's what I always want you to think
Okay.
before you make a
I'm actually
play.
gonna write that down.
Yeah, okay, well, you can write that down, yeah. Why did he play that domino? That's what you think about all the time. Why did he play that domino? You know what? People say, you really shouldn't talk to yourself, but this is a game where you have to talk to yourself. You have to ask yourself a question and then you have to answer the question. And so
Okay.
and you say, well, why did he play that? And then you will answer, that's because this is the beginning of the game, and he does not have double six. See? And whereas all the answers won't be that simple, but that's why I played that double. And so you don't have to worry about trying to defend the double six or anything like that. Now, again, we'll talk a little strategy here. On this first play, you got a choice of two plays to make. And if I were you, I would play the ace five. And the
You
reason,
would play the ace five. Okay.
yeah, so go on, just tap it up there in the green, and then it'll slide on up there. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Where, as you can see, when the light comes around, that means it's ready to accept the domino. And
Okay.
you have to be careful, because sometimes when there are two ends that are to play on, you can't turn it loose too fast. You can't release it too fast, because it may go to the unintended end. Okay.
The wrong way. Okay.
All right. Now,
So can I stop you before we go any further?
listen. You need to stop me every time you got a question. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Or if you think you got a question, you should stop me, because I got to make sure that you're getting this. Okay.
Okay, so because the spinner was placed initially, the way I'm counting this would be 11, not 1, correct?
Now, yes, 11.
This would be, once you play the other side, then you no longer count the fives anymore.
That's correct.
Once you
That's
play
correct.
the other side. Is that correct?
100%.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and I ask myself, this is what, okay, I got to say this. You're sharing your hand with me.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with what I'm doing on this end with my dominoes.
Right.
This is a teaching tool, and if I base what I'm doing based on what I'm looking at, it would not be a very effective teaching tool. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, Travis.
So, and I'm going to ask myself, I said, why did he play that? You know what my first thought is? He has the blank ace. If that ace, oh, incidentally, I want you to call the ones aces. Refer to them as aces.
Aces, deuces, trays, right?
That's right. Aces, deuces, trades. Okay, all right. I hate to have somebody say the big one or the big two. You call it the double deuce or the double tray or the double ace. Okay. Yeah, it's the double blank, the double ace, the double deuce, and the double tray. And then it's the big four, the big five, and the big six. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So my thought is, okay, why did he play that? I think he must have the blank ace, because I don't have it. So he must be playing defense on that play. And so when I look at my hand, I'll see that, okay, well, I don't have the blank. Okay, yeah, let me make this clear. I'm gonna do something here. This is for training purposes here. Now, Lou, I do not have the blank ace. And you have
but why do I know that? That's very interesting to me.
Okay, because if I would have had the blank ace, I would have scored 10 points.
Oh, got
Okay.
it. Got it. Okay, got it.
Okay.
I didn't have the blank ace.
Yeah, you're right. You didn't have the blank ace. Now I don't have the blank ace. So
Right.
I want you to write this down to the side. In the boneyard, put double six. And you can put blank ace.
Interesting. This is great.
Okay. Now listen. Incidentally, you'll probably get my book today or tomorrow. I sent it out.
Thank you very much for that.
I think I sent it out second day. You're gonna love the book, and
I can't wait.
It's gonna actually help with this class. Now, let me just back up for a second here. I could have the blank ace. but maybe I didn't want to score there for some other reason. So what I'm saying is, you always have to. Your first thought, he does not have the domino, and maybe possibly later on in the hand, it may be revealed as to why I don't have it. Okay, that may be revealed.
Okay.
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 All right. Now let me see. You played that, and I played that. Uh, so now you know I
So
don't
right
have
now the score is 14. That's the score right now.
right. Okay.
Could I
Now look.
let me ask you a question? If I play the double fours, I know I'm not going to, but if I play the double four, big four, it's called, right? If I
Yeah,
play,
either
if
one,
I
double four, big four.
okay, if
Just
I play
just
big
just
four,
don't call it the full four. Okay.
if I played big four right here, would the score now be 18? Not that I'm, it would,
Not the score, but the point count will be 18.
that's what I meant. The point count would be 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't
Okay.
right. We're not gonna play it. Now
No, we're
listen.
not.
So what
If I play the blank four, I get 10 points.
I tell my students to look at all their options. That's what I tell them all the time. Now
Okay.
listen, Lou. If you play now,
If I play 5-6, I get 10 points. If I play blank four, I get 10 points.
now let's talk about which one you should play.
Yes.
You're gonna love this.
I can't wait. This is awesome.
That book talks about the love bones and the snake bone. Now I don't know how you feel about snakes, and I'm not being disparaging to snakes. I know some people
I
love
like
snakes.
snakes.
Okay, you like snakes. Okay, well you'll like this even better then. The love bone and the snake bone. The love bones, the double five, and the blank five are the love bones. And this is in the book. You read this in the book. The love
Okay,
bone,
I won't write it.
yeah, the love bone is the double five and the blank five. Because if somebody scores with a five, then you can score with the double five,
Yeah.
or you can score with the blank five. If somebody scores with the blank, you can score with the blank five. Or you can even score if somebody plays a five, you can score with the blank five. So the reason I love bone, because you have them in your hand and you're in love with them because you have them
Yes.
and you know they can do some good. So
Yes.
guess what the snake bones are? Uh, just to save
This-
just to save some time. Let me see. I want you to see if you can guess what the snake bones are.
Okay, so the snake bone, not double
No, no,
sixes.
no, no. The snake bone is the double five and the blank five.
Oh man. It's the same bones.
It's the same bone. Difference is if you don't have them, then they're the snake bones.
When
But
you
if
don't
you
have them, they're the snake bones. Got it. That's great.
and that's because I just and I snake is a good analogy to use with the kids. I say, well, you don't want a snake to jump up and bite you. You don't want the poisonous snakes to. They are poisonous snakes. That's what I should say. The poisonous snakes when you don't have them because they can jump up and bite you in the behind. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's look at your best play here. Okay. If you play the blank four, you get 10 points, right?
Yes.
But you don't know where that snake bone is, the blank five. So you see, if you play the blank four, then if I play the blank five, I get 15 points.
Wait, if I play the blank four,
You score 10 points, right?
I get 10 points. And there's a blank on the end. If you play the blank five, you also get 10 points.
No, 15. I get 15 points.
5, 5.
Just make that four. I'll be turning that into a five because when you play the blank four, if I play the blank five, that'd be like 15 for me.
I don't see why. I don't see why. I gotta try to visualize this. So
Okay, I do need you to visualize it.
okay, so if I play the blank four, it's gonna be the third domino on the end, correct? So it's going to be five blank, five ace, ace four, four blank. That's what it's going to look like, correct?
That's what it look like, and you'll have 10 points.
And I'll have 10 points, and you'll still have the two fives there. So what we'll be showing on that line is a blank at the end. So there's no points for a blank.
Like when you get the 10, yes.
Sorry?
Right, there are no points for the blank, so you'll just get the 10 points.
Oh, so if you play okay, got it. So if you play the blank five, I'm thinking you're going to play it off of the spinner, but you're going to play it at the end. So now you got
Yeah.
5, 5, and 5. Got it. I'm a little bit slow. I apologize for that.
No, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, so let me ask you this question here. You can also, as you said, you can also score with the 6-5. Right?
I can score with the 6-5, correct.
Yeah. You don't know whether I have the blank 5 or not. Therefore, you better off, and I want you to go in and play the 6-5. Go in and play the 6-5.
Okay, because if you have the blank, it's a snake
oh.
for me now. I'm not giving you the chance to bite me with that snake.
Well, no, go on and play. Go on and play. Yeah, turn it loose. Now, I still can bite you with the 5 because I can play off the spinner. But the bite won't be as bad as if I played as if it had gone the other way.
If it had gone the other way.
Had you played the blank 4?
Had I played the blank 4, the bite is going to be a 15.
Yes.
And
And
now
also,
if you play the blank 5 now,
that is on a 10.
okay, so
The
it's
10 is there. The blank 5 is not going to change anything because you're going to have a blank on the end.
and once you play off the spinner, it kills the other side of the spinner for scoring, correct?
Yeah, you just counted the 6 and the 4 right now. That's what you're counting, just the 6.
And if you play the blank 5 off of the spinner, now the blank 5, so you got a blank on one end and the other side of the spinner doesn't score anymore, correct?
No, it doesn't.
Once
It
you
doesn't
play off
score.
once you play off the spinner, then the other side of the spinner stops scoring.
Right, right. Mhm.
Okay, I love it.
Uh, do you have a set of dominoes?
I do, right here.
Okay.
I just got
Okay.
them.
Because we don't. I don't think we'll do today. But what we're going to do the next time, and I think it'll be even. I think it'll be even much more effective. What we're going to do next time, we're going to, as we simulate this hand here, I'm going to have you be in a good, nice space where you have the dominoes laid out, because the hands that we simulate here, we are going to the games that we have here will have you simulate them on the table with the dominoes.
Perfect. So I can play this back when you give me the video. I can play it back on my table. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. But now see, and again, now you see in terms of strategy, you have to be thinking every play you make, what is the best play? What is the best score? Like I was about to tell you a few minutes ago, what I tell my third graders is, look at all your options. Look at all your options. And my class that I teach to my third graders is called Dominoes More Than a Game, Making Good Decisions.
I like it.
That's what the class is called. So
What are those? What are the love dominoes again? Blank 5 and what else?
The double 5.
Double 5 and blank 5. Got it. Okay. The double 5's already out.
Yeah. And then they're also the love dominoes if you have them. They're not
Right. The snake dominoes, if you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that went over great with it. And that was developed in my third grade class. That went over great with them. So
That's
okay,
awesome.
all right. Now let me see here. I'm gonna play okay. Oh, let me hook up my hold on a second. I gotta hook up my adapter for my computer here. So it doesn't run out of juice. There we go. Okay. Now we're doing this. It's basically now my question. This is what when you make that play, my thought is, oh, he must not have the blank 4. That's what I'm thinking. He must not have the blank 4. Because if he had the blank 4, he could score 10. But he may think that I have the blank 5. So he could have the blank 4. He could have the blank 4. But
Okay, so you're thinking all that. You're thinking all that. Okay.
yeah, I'm working on a scenario where, or if we're in playing doubles, where a person is their time to make a play, and there are about 21 or 22 things that should go through their mind as to why they should make the play they should make when they're playing doubles.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
And the average person, the average domino player, won't be able to think or don't think that fast or think that much. But there's so much to think about. And that's what I love about this game. A lot of people think it's just a simple game, and learning how to play the game is simple. But to get to the level where you're playing like the upper echelon domino players, it's a whole different game. Just a whole different game. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make this play right here. Now it's your turn. Let me back up just for a second with a little bit more strategy here, and that's why when we lay these dominoes on the table for you to look at them, it's gonna just add a whole different. And that's something else that I've never done before, where I've had the person lay the dominoes out on the table, and have them go back and play them so that they'll see what we're talking about here. So here, look.
If I play the double fours here, that
Play
to
it.
me,
Play it.
that
It's a-
sounds like a 20 to me.
No, play it. Go on and play it. Play the double 4.
Right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So how come the spinner doesn't count anymore?
Once the spin is covered up, it doesn't count anymore. You can't count it anymore. So you're just looking at the you're only looking at the end. You're only looking
Once the other end starts playing, like once you play the 5-6, then you don't count the spinner anymore. Is that what you're saying?
right. You don't count once it's covered on both sides.
Once it's covered on both sides.
You don't count it anymore. But the good news,
Okay.
you still score 10 points.
10 points. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now, doubles are not always, sometimes they're difficult to get rid of, simply because it's a double and it only plays in one spot. Compared to your 6 tray, it can play off a tray or a 6. So
Right.
Another reason why you want to take your count with the 6 spot is because you didn't want to cut off the double, because sometimes you cut them out, you may not get a chance to play it again. And playing the blank 4, you would have cut off the double. Okay,
Playing
so
the blank 4, I cut off the double. That's correct. Yeah.
and you wouldn't have a chance to maybe play it again. But look at this play, what I made.
All right, let me count this. Can I count this
Well,
now?
no. But before you count it, now you see why taking your 10 with the 6-5 was better than taking your 10 with the blank 4.
Because you had the snake.
Yeah,
The snake
it was
out there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but look at it, and now you see why I didn't change anything, did I? Look at the end.
No,
Look-
no. You didn't change anything. So we still have 10.
right. I'll still have 10.
There's still 10 points on the board.
Right.
So if I add the 4, the 8 goes away and it becomes a 0. And now the points on the board, if I add the blank 4, then the points on the board become 2, correct?
Yeah. But
If I
And-
add the blank 3,
it becomes the 13.
13.
Mhm. And this is what, just we can talk
And the
about
blank, wait, hang on a sec. The blank 3 gives me a chance to get rid of my 6-3, correct?
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. What you have to look at is the blank three could cause you more harm, can do you trying to get rid of the 6-3 and trying to get rid of any domino, you still gotta consider what's the implication. If I play the blank three, what could happen? That's what you ask yourself. You can say, well, if I play the blank three, he could have. Oh, and it's gonna be great when we lay these dominoes on the table here, so you can look at it. You know what? Have you even opened those dominoes, or are you at a
I
place
have
where?
not. I have
Okay,
not.
okay,
I think so. Let me see if I'm thinking about this clearly. If I play the blank three, the threes are really live. The trays are really live because there's no other trays on the board. So the likelihood, and I only have one in my hand. I know there's 14 bones in the boneyard, but the likelihood of you being able to play off a three is huge. So you kill off my threes. The only other chance I'd have to play is the four, blank four on the other side. Is that, am I thinking right or not really?
no, 100, 100. I want you to think another level. Here's another level I want you to think of. And that's why when we lay these dominoes on the table, and when I say this is the first time I've ever done something like this, and I think I've said that twice already. Here's another thing that I've never done before is had the students lay the dominoes out. We're looking at them on the computer, which is great, but it doesn't have the ability to go back and do things. So the next session we have, I'm gonna have you lay these dominoes. I want you to have a table right beside you, and we're gonna. If you play this is what happened. You play this is what happened, or this is what you can
Okay.
expect. Okay.
Okay.
So here you're looking at, okay, I need to try to figure out how to get rid of my blank tray. I want to get rid of this tray 6-2. So if I put this up here, if I put that up there, now maybe I can get rid of my double tray. Okay, here we go. That's not your best play, but I want you to play it in a way so I can teach you why it's not your best play.
My blank tray you're talking about?
Play your best. Listen, the best play would be the blank four, but I want you. I'm putting this up here for a teachable moment.
Okay, so here's the blank tray.
Okay.
And now
Now
that's
you're
13 points on 13 points on the board.
Yeah. Now you're thinking is that you can get rid of your 6 trade. That if I don't bother that, you can get rid of your 6 trade. That's what you're thinking, right?
That's what I'm thinking, but you're gonna bother it because you're gonna place on it because the threes are wide open. Like there's high likelihood you have a three in your hand.
I may, but what you what a person would have considered is, well, if they have the 2-5, they could play the 2-5 off the spinner and get 15 points.
Oh wow, okay.
And you say,
Okay.
or if they have the double deuce, they can play the double deuce and score 15 points.
Let me see the double. Okay, the double deuce is 4, the double fours is 8, that's 12, and 3 is 15. Right. Okay.
Or if my opponent has the 4 deuce, they can score 15 points.
4 deuce. You're playing the 4 deuce for a 12, 15. Right. You're playing the double deuce off of the 6-2. 6 deuce.
Right. Okay. So that's what you have to consider before making that play.
Got it.
So and as fate will have it,
There we go.
now you see that may not have been the best play. You see that?
Yes, that was not the best play.
Okay. Now you
So
got
there's 15 points. So it's 15 points on the board. 8 and 4 is 12. Okay.
now you got another decision to make here. And there's this term we got about making bad matters worse. When you don't make the best play in this game, it has an excuse upon a domino effect. Because what had happened is when you make a decision is not a good decision, it has a way of
Snowballs.
yeah, snowballs. So like right here, you're in a pickle right here.
8
So
and 4 is 12. If I throw the 3, 6 out, that's 18. If I throw the blank 4 out, that's 11 on the board. So a blank 4. If I throw the blank 4 out and I put 11 on the board, that seems like it's a little bit of a safer play. It's harder for you to score off of a, and again, I'm very new at this, so I'm probably thinking about it wrong. But to me, it seems like it would be more difficult for you to score if I throw the blank 4 out than the tray 6.
Right, I'm gonna have you play the blank 4 in just a minute. But listen to this. If you play the blank 6,
The tray 6.
if you play the tray 6, the deuce 5 will score 20 points for me. And I do have it incidentally.
Yeah, okay.
The 5, 4 will play 15, score 15 points for me. So
That's why I was thinking the tray 6 is a dangerous
Right.
play.
This late in the hand, you don't want to give up too many points, but you don't really have to.
Okay.
And so going to play the blank 4.
The other way, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's great. And the reason you played the blank 4, you said, okay,
Wait, I
well,
don't play it the other way. It could only go in one direction off of that anyway. You
yeah,
can't play
that's
the
yeah,
other
no, that's
side.
fine. Just like that. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, with the
Right,
with
right.
the,
You can't play off of the top 4, correct?
no, you can't. No, that's just yeah. It's just for I don't know the screen purposes. You're playing on a small object here, so
Okay.
but it's so that yeah, that doesn't mean you can play on the other side. You have to continue. They just turn like the guy was showing us in the video.
Okay.
And you made that play because you were afraid that if you would have played the 6-4, I mean the 6 trade, that possibly, I could have had those other dominoes to score 20 points.
Yes.
Here you're saying that okay, well, the only thing he can score with is the ace trade or the double trade. Only thing that I can score with. I have not played a trade, and as you so aptly said a few minutes ago, it's a good chance that I have a trade. And look, I do have a trade.
Oh, wow. Okay. You scored.
But the good news is you have to score.
I can score 10 points with my tray 6.
Yes, you can score 10 points to trade 6.
Should I do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, but that's your only option anyway.
That's the only
Yeah.
option, right? Okay.
Yeah. Now, I sent you 2 books actually, Lou. I sent you 2 books. And my second book is called, you've probably seen, I'm sure you've probably seen it, called Dominoes Game Night 6 to 5 Classic Games to Entertain and Excite. This is the first time that I've done this, Lou. I swear this is the first time. What I want you to do, I'm gonna send you some notes. And there's these dominoes we call repeaters. I may have made some. I talked about it more extensively in my second book, repeaters. A repeater is just what it sounds like. And there are repeaters that can raise the score, or there are repeaters that you can score with that will lower the score. Or it can make the score the same. You just played a domino. You repeated the score that I had. So that's why
Yes.
that's why some dominoes are called repeaters. Let me repeat that score, is what you just said. And you had the 6 trade. It's a repeater. And I want you to yeah, I got it. Man, you back in school now, because I got some homework I'll be sending over to you.
Yeah, can't wait to do it. This is
That you're
exciting. I
gonna need to
love
study.
this.
Because I want you to learn the repeaters. I'm gonna see another thing on quick scoring tips. I got a lot of stuff.
Okay, this is great.
When are you gonna be available again?
You said once a week, right? That's the best, it gives me
Right
time to
now,
do my homework and study.
yeah, with all the stuff that I'm sending you, can we just plan to make, oh, well, you know what? I have to go to Tampa this weekend for a domino thing, so let me see here.
Let me look. I'm pulling up my calendar. Hold on one second.
Okay.
So this is the week of St. Patrick's Day. I'm available. I'm available next. Okay.
Available next week until next Wednesday.
Okay. Hang on, let me see.
But I'm going to give you enough stuff to do where
So I could do next Wednesday the 19th. I'm sorry, next Wednesday the 26th, I could certainly do.
okay, let's do that. What time? What time?
Is this a good time for you? 11 a.m. my time, 10
No,
a.m. your time?
this is the perfect time for me.
All right, perfect.
My wife tends not to ask me to do stuff when she's watching The View, so so The View is on. But I'm gonna give you a lot of stuff, and you're gonna have the book. You probably would have read the book twice by then. But you'll have well, I have two books I'm sending you, and this is the first time I've ever sent anybody both of my books.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I'll be sending you sometime today. I'm going to be sending you homework, stuff that I want you to study.
Perfect.
Because I got to get you ready, and I see already that you're going to be ready.
Well, I know that you're being kind and you're joking about being ready for July, but honestly,
no.
I'd be happy to go.
Okay, I was not joking, but let's put it this way. You will not have gotten all the experience that you've gotten, but you'll be so excited to be there to play and to be around the people. It's a fantastic experience. I
Can't wait.
I first went in 1978, and about a week after my daughter was born. But
wow.
my mother-in-law was there. But listen, I first went in 1978, and this is what I tell people all the time. I just want you to go once. Because if you go once, you start making plans around that date for next year. And
That's awesome.
I promise you that's what's going to happen. And you're going to go back and you're going to study and you're going to be competitive. It's a good getting us. So I got a client out of San Francisco. He's an attorney too, as a matter of fact. And his wife says she is so glad that he discovered me. Because he's kind of like you. This guy he's just really into it, and he's gonna be there as well. And
awesome. What is the event called? The World Championship?
Domino World Championship. I'll make sure I'll send that link to you.
Perfect.
And on the World Championship, you can go in there and you can see all the past winners and all that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm working on the top 10 domino players of all time that I'll be putting out probably today or tomorrow. And I always tell people, I said, listen, if you're going to question what I do or what I say in dominoes, I need to see your credentials. I said, because I have seen every single I've competed against or participated in the same tournament that every single winner has played in since 1976. I have hosted domino tournaments from Hollywood, California to Domino, Texas. And I'm a 3-time world champion, author of 2 domino books, and working on a 3rd. And I said, if you're going to question me, I need to see your credentials. I get a little arrogant with it sometimes.
You should. You earned it. You earned the right.
Just to get my point over, because domino players, I'm trying to, if you got any ideas on how I can get a Webster, I'm trying to get a Webster to admit, I want them to put a man, not a man, but I want them to add this as an example to hubris in the dictionary. I want them to say that the example of a domino player that, and I'm cleaning up a little bit more. Most domino players who've been playing a while think they're very good. Most of them do. But the problem is they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
I was thinking my granddaughter, when she learned how to count and she could count to 100, in her mind, she was really good. She knew how to count to 100. She didn't even know there was numbers beyond 100.
Yeah.
And that's the way domino players are. When you don't know what you don't know, the decision you make, you're making the very best decision based on what you know. And that's where I want to get you, man. That I want to get you to learn how to know some stuff you don't know. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be a fun journey, and you're gonna be
So
right down.
to give you a little bit of background about myself, my wife is Chinese. We're married for 15 years. We both got married late in life. I'm 58, she's 52.
Okay.
But we fell in love because we both love to gamble. The
Okay.
first trip we ever took together was to Atlantic City. Then our
Mhm.
next trip was to Las Vegas. And then when we got married, we went to Macau. So we love to gamble. We don't gamble big money, but we enjoy wagering on the things
Recreationally, yeah, recreationally, I understand.
recreational gambling. This is a
Mhm.
good game to gamble too, I would think, right? It's fun. No, I know
Yes,
that you,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me tell you a quick story. Incidentally, and throughout my teaching, I always got some stories to tell. In 2006, this guy out of California said he's going to start this organization called the Professional Domino Association, and he's going to have tournaments every 2 weeks, and he's going to pay $100,000. And he had on the calendar, I think he had 10 or 11 tournaments on the calendar. I said, "Oh my God, look at here! This is awesome." I was
yeah.
about ready to hang up my real estate license and go. But so what I did then, we discovered that okay, it's not going to be $100,000 every 2 weeks. It's going to be $30,000 every 2 weeks. Well, that was still 5 times. No, it was 10 times more money than was at the typical tournament. So it was still good. So what I did was I jumped on the phone. I called this old white guy in Mississippi, and I'll tell you in a minute how come I'm talking about ethnicity. I called this old white guy in Oklahoma. I had Jerome Wooten in Kansas City, my brother in Kansas City, and another player in Kansas City, myself. And I told everybody, I said, "Hey, listen, I want you to be on my domino team. It costs $300 to get into the tournament, and they're going to be in LA, San Francisco, Phoenix, Houston, Dallas, uh, Montgomery, Alabama, no, Birmingham, Alabama, Cleveland, Ohio, Chicago, Atlanta, uh, Dallas, and then Little Rock, Arkansas, and then back in Las Vegas." I said, I'm gonna pay your way. I'm gonna pay your entry fee into the tournament. I'm gonna pay all your expenses and give you a per diem, plus a per diem. And I had this one guy who wanted his wife to go along. I thought, that's fine. I'll pay for your wife to go. So that's what I did. And the reason I did that because I knew who the best players in the country were, and so we won. I think we won right at around 200, close to $250,000.
Wow.
Is
Wow.
how much we won. That's the good news. Well, the bad news is the last 85,000 he gave us checks that didn't clear the bank.
Oh my goodness.
But we weren't. We should, of course, we wanted our money and everything, but we weren't just like crazy upset about it because he did give us all the previous money and no and so it's not like we were really losing. So, but I still like talking about $86,250. But so what I'm saying is I chose all the best players, and then I picked up another guy from California on the team later on. So what I'm trying to say is, I know who the good domino players are, and I know this game well enough. So I had that kind of faith in the people that I were choosing because
Right.
I say just tell them that, and I'm not a rich person, never have been a rich person, and never had that type of money where I can I shouldn't have been doing it then, but but I knew who they were and I knew how good they were. And this is something by the time we get through our class, you won't even have to read my books. But
This is great.
so that's what we did. And when we first went to the first tournament in LA, and the guy who did this was a black guy, and I think there was, other than the people on my team, I don't think there were maybe one or two other white players that participated in all those tournaments. So we went to LA, and then I walk in with my team, and I got these two old guys. They were both around like in the late, now they were in the late mid to late 60s. So they looked at me like, here's Travis with these old white guys, people
Yeah.
kind of laughed at us, thought we're going, okay. But then when the terms start rolling around, we start winning like crazy. And of course, we became the Kansas City Chiefs, and we became the New England Patriots of Domino.
Of Dominoes. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's really cool. That's really
People
cool.
started hating us. They started hating us. But
Yeah.
my team was so good. They were so good. So in other words, I know domino players, and I can pick the good domino players.
That's
So
awesome.
and then, but anyway, I also got some more story. Oh, I was gonna, that's why I said the thing about the white people, because most black people didn't think white people played dominoes. And that's why I said that. But we were so tough, and it was so much fun.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
Listen, I think we're gonna just do one more thing, and then we're gonna stop here. And I'll send you this video. I'll send you a whole video, and you can figure out how to fast forward to some of the stuff that you need to
Okay.
fast forward to. But so
Perfect.
you made that play, and now it's my play again. I'm gonna make my play. Hold on a second here. Hold on.
When you go down, is it called going domino? Is that what it's called?
You said, you asked whose down is it? That means who goes first? Whose down is it? Well,
No, if you play your last domino right now and
domino. I
you're
just said
done,
domino. Here, this right here. It goes right here. Domino.
domino. Got
The
it.
domino. And you probably didn't notice, but if you would have played the tray blank up there, I would have scored 20 points.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I would have scored 20 points.
Yeah.
And then now if you would have traded, the trade, I would have scored 20 points. That's what, yeah. And
So
then
go ahead. I'm sorry. I know we're gonna stop, but so
mhm.
do I in this style of game, you went first and you played the double five. Do I have to play a double? Does the highest double play the second round too? Or now does it go to me?
No, that's what I was talking about. With this particular format, with this particular app, the person who dominoed goes down first.
And you can play anything you want.
And you can play anything you want.
Got
But
it.
I want you to spend a little time on the Domino's Live, the game Colony app.
Okay.
The reason I want you to do that is because we're going to because you can play where the down goes back and forth. And for me to get you ready for Alabama, I want you to try to play as much as you can under that format.
The
Uh,
down goes back and forth, and you don't need necessarily doubles, right? The highest pip count goes
no,
first, and
no, no. When the down goes back and forth, you can start with whatever you want to.
okay, but the highest pip, okay, so the first person who starts would draw a domino, and the highest pip count
And
could
and
put
and
down anything you want.
in real competition, you draw a domino on the computer. The computer decides on who's going to go down first, and I
Got it.
don't.
Got it.
Then
Okay.
it goes back and forth. So,
Okay.
and then also, I still want you to play some games here. I want you to play some games here with on this app. Let's just go there real quick. I want you to hit the back button up there.
Okay.
And I want you to hit Blitz. See what it says Blitz? Click on
Yeah.
Blitz.
Okay.
Start game.
Start game. 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Now play the 4 trade. You play that because you have the deuce trade, so you know he cannot score 10 points. He can score 5 points if you got the 5 deuce.
5 deuce.
I'm not sorry, the 4 deuce. He can
4
score
deuce.
5 points if you got the 4 deuce. So this app here is good because I mean right here they give you 15 seconds to play, I think it is. So it goes real fast here. They only go to 100 points. But I think you should play some of these games just right now, maybe the first few. What this guy's can play here? What's going on here? Look like he's not gonna play. He may have a problem over there.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
He
that was
must
neat.
have- Yeah, but anyway, I want you to go here and I want you to play some blitz game. Let me make a note here on that.
Play
Blitz.
some blitz games. Okay.
And then I'm going to talk to. I'll send you a reminder that I want you to play on Game Colony because after you played a few games on Game Colony, what it would do is I told you they'll let you play some game for money, and you can play from 50 cents on up. But I just want you playing 50-cent games right now. The reason I want you to do that is because I told you they would record the game, and
Okay.
then you can go back and look at it and see what would have happened if you would have done this or if you would have done that.
Okay. So on Game Colony, I have to buy tickets, I think, right?
So they'll let you buy tickets after you played a few practice games. So just
Okay.
go on there and figure out how to create a table and create a table and play some games. If you have a question, don't hesitate to contact me.
No, I don't want to bother you. I'm gonna work hard this week, and then I'll write the questions down for the next session.
Lou, I tell you what, let's do this way. If you have some questions, and if you don't want to bother me, send me those questions at the end of the day.
Okay.
Don't hold on to them for a week. Look, I gotta get you I gotta get you ready. When I say get you ready, I want you to be confident when you go to
Yeah,
Alabama.
I actually want to play. I think that would be
Well,
awesome.
good. I had mentioned about my friend in California's lawyer. I got my niece in New York City is a lawyer.
Oh,
And
wow, that's cool.
and and her husband who's they just got married a couple of years ago. Anyway, they are both are big time domino players. They both love playing.
Oh, that's awesome. So you taught your whole family.
Yeah. At some point, and I have my oldest brother. I'm 7 of a family of 11. My oldest brother passed on the
God
18th,
bless.
17th of July, 17th of January 2017. Was a 2-time world champion. And my next oldest brother won the world championship. My brother right under me won the world championship. My son won the children's division world championship.
So the Newsomes cornered the market in domino greatness.
The Newsome and Kansas City, because Kansas City has more world championships than any other city in the country.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm taking credit for it because I was the first one, and I was the one that technically they come under the you hear people talk about the Bill Belichick tree or whatever. Well,
That's
all
you.
these people fall under my tree because I was responsible for getting them there, and what we did in Kansas. This is what we did in Kansas City. I tell people this all the time. We talked about domino plays. We talked about why this would happen and why that would happen. And in the process of doing that, we became very good domino players. That's what happened.
That's awesome. I'm very fortunate that I was able to find you online, and I'm very happy that we're working together. I appreciate this very much.
If you know somebody else in the area that plays dominoes or could be interested in dominoes, see if you can get them interested. Maybe your wife may be interested. And let me tell you why I say that. It is so important that you play as often as you can. And if you can play live, that's even better. And if you're playing with somebody who's really interested and really competitive, that's even better too.
Definitely.
if your wife is interested in sitting in on our class, that's fine. She can do that. I mean, for the
Yeah, that'd be
sake
great. I think she'll be interested in playing. I think I could get
of,
my son to play, and I certainly could get my wife's brother, my brother-in-law, to play for
well, you
sure.
should get as many people if you can get 4 people, that'll be
Yeah,
awesome. So when we
play
start
doubles.
playing doubles, and if some of them want to join the class, this would be a normal fee to add on people to the class. But if you could, I promise you, we'll get them all addicted.
That'd be great. I would love it. I would love it.
All right, man. Well, listen,
Thank you, Travis. It's been awesome. Thank you so
I'm,
much.
I'm gonna hop off here and I'll get this video to you. I should be able to get to you sometime not later than sometime tomorrow. And
Yeah,
we'll
no
play.
rush at all.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you
No,
again. Enjoy. You're going to Tampa. Enjoy Tampa.
yeah, but no, I do want to get it to you because I want you to be able to go back and look at what you need to look at,
Definitely.
and so you can study. Yeah, I got to get you.
Yes,
You're gonna be ready, man.
I hope so. I'm going to
This
try
this is exciting.
very, very much. All right. You have a
All right,
great day. Thank you so much. God bless.
take care now. God bless as well.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.